So when it comes to losing fat, but not only that, keeping fat off for good, there are a few tools and a few pillars that we need to focus on. So if we want to keep fat off for good, it's very easy to lose fat. It's very easy to lose 20 pounds very quickly, 10 pounds very quickly, but to keep it off, it's tough. But that's because people don't take the right path to begin with. If we focus, like we said on the last video, on our fat loss foods, our high volume foods, staying full, staying satisfied, not making it super restrictive, that's going to set you up for long-term success. Now, what you've got to consider when you're in that dieting phase, it's not permanent. A lot of people think, oh, it's super, super permanent, and then I'm never going to be able to enjoy myself. When you actually get to your goal body fat, what you can do is taper. You can have an extra few hundred calories, and that way, you're feeling full, you're feeling better, you're feeling with more energy, and that's the best way to keep it off long term. But you have to combine that with your steps. You have to keep your steps in your daily routine. That way you've got that activity burnt every single day. Then we've got our weight training. We want to keep that part of our lifestyle as well, because we want to maintain or gain muscle mass. More muscle mass equals more calories burned, even at rest. So the more muscle you have, the higher your calories can be. And again, that's going to help with adherence. But the biggest tool is not to lose weight too fast. Keep it slow, keep it steady. It's where your energy levels are going to be highest. This is where you're going to be able to maintain as much muscle mass, if not gain, if you're a beginner, as you lose fat. You're going to feel your best, your testosterone is going to be highest, it's going to be less metabolic adaptation, and this is going to be key for long-term success, because you're not going to hit that breaking point where you're like, I just can't do this anymore, rebound, go back into old dieting habits. When it's a sustainable diet, you don't feel like you need to cheat. You don't feel like you need to go back to old habits. You're going to be able to sustain that long-term, which is what it's all about. There's absolutely no point in losing fat if you're just going to regain it again. So to set yourself up for long-term success, slow weight loss, high protein, keep your steps part of your daily life, nail your workouts. These factors, along with setting consistent goals, so this means even when you do hit that long-term fat loss goal, you've got a new goal in place, whether that be performance-based, whether that be I need to lose a little bit more fat, maybe you want to gain muscle, so you taper into a bulk. But you've got to keep moving that goalpost forward if you want to stay focused, otherwise you will slip into old ways. So we want that short-term goal. Every single week, you know what you're focusing on. Medium-term goals. So this can be, at the end of the month, I want to hit this weight on this exercise, or I want to be meal prepping consistently every single week for the entire month. And then the overall goal can be, I want to hit this weight, or I want to look like this. But you've got to have those goals in place, otherwise you don't have a focus, you'll fall back.